Hey, it's Technology Tuesday at 2. You know what time it is. Jerry
What's up?
Franklin Poe and Greg Russell in the building. Greg, go ahead and drop that intro video.
All
All
right.
right. All right, man. Every time I watch that video, it gets me excited. I love that. I love that video.
You know what time it is on Tuesday, baby.
Yeah, it's Technology Tuesday. Back in the building. My friend Greg Russell, Jerry Franklin Poe here to help serve you in your business, not just with technology, but also giving you practical knowledge, practical application, which will lead to practical solutions. That's what it's about. Because our focus is to help you automate your business, reduce your labor, so you can make that big impact in the world and doing it by working smart. And this week, we want to focus on a topic that we talked about a few weeks ago, back in June, I think it was, and we were talking about Facebook funnels. But that concept was part of a much bigger thing called lead generation. And lead generation is the lifeblood of your business. That's right. If you're taking notes, put that in your notes that lead generation is the lifeblood of your business. If you don't have people who are interested, then eventually you won't have people that you can service or sell to, and that dries up your revenue. So if there's no people, there is no revenue. That's right, folks. No people equals no revenue. So we're looking at easy ways for you to create opt-in boxes for your website, for your blog posts that will help you generate the leads that you need when you need them. I know personally, I have not become a skilled graphic designer. That's not what I do. Like, I didn't go to school for graphic design. I didn't go to school for web design. So if I could find easy ways to build graphics or easy ways to put things on my website without a lot of frustration, without a lot of time, it makes things real simple for me, easy to set up. So Greg has done what he does best. He went into the lab, did some research, and he found a tool that will help us with lead generation when it comes to websites, emails, and opt-ins. And Greg, you want to go ahead and reveal that secret for the folks?
So yeah, today I'm going to share with you a tool that I use called ConvertPro. And there's lots of tools out there, but this one has some unique advantages that makes it super easy for the average person to be able to add these opt-in boxes and widgets and pop-ups to their website to make it super easy. But the reason why you really need this is because you need to focus on list building. You need to, build your email list. And one of my first experiences with this actually goes back to the late 1990s. I was selling a nutritional supplement from my mom's basement, and at the time, we had finally started generating a few customers. And the goal that I had was to be able to sell more often. And so I realized, like, what if I run a sale to the people who already bought? And to do that, I would basically just email them, because only way for me to reach them at the time, I could email them. So I had this list of customers that I could send out this email to for this special sale. And so basically what I did was I created a buy two, get one free offer, or I don't remember what the first one was, but I know the most famous one that really got most attention was buy two, get one free. So I had this supplement and it was buy two, get one free. And I ran the numbers. I could do this because we had a special pricing because we didn't have to pay tax, right? But the end of the story was I was able to send out this email and immediately within an hour generate over $1,500 in sales. And the first time I did it, I couldn't believe it because I hit send on the email and I was like, when you haven't done it before, you don't know what to happen. You don't know what to expect. So Jerry, I hit the button, and within an hour, I had over $1,500 in sales. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. So then the sale was only for 48 hours or whatever. And then I took the page down and I put up a sorry you missed it page. And you wouldn't believe how many people were like, they were calling and emailing. Hey, I wanted to take advantage of that. And it's like, hey, you got to wait for next time. There will be another one, but this one is over. But I learned very quickly the power of being able to email people who were interested. And I could do it back in the late 90s at the tune of plus $1,500 within an hour. At the end of the sale, it was over $2,500. And I realized I could do this anytime I wanted, right? Just create that sale, hit send, and within an hour, money was coming in. And that was the late 90s. And today, a lot of people are understanding the value of building a list of interested prospects so that when you have an offer, you can send it to them. So back when I was doing it with the nutritional supplement, there wasn't a lot of nurturing or education that had to be done. These were actually customers already, so they just wanted stuff cheaper. It wasn't I didn't have to educate them on a lot of stuff. They just wanted it cheaper. But today you still have the power to build a list of people who are interested, and when you have an offer, be able to send that offer. So building a list is one of the foundational pieces that you really need to make money on the internet, and be able to do it in a way where you can kind of generate money almost anytime you want if you're smart about it. So list building is real important, foundational thing that you have to do in order to be able to grow your business today on the internet.
Right. And I think what you articulated really well was quality list versus quantity list.
Correct.
When people on your list are what I would consider to say high quality. What I mean by high quality, I mean they are really interested in what you have to offer. They will take action when you share something. Yeah. Now, you can have a lot of people, but they may not be super interested. That way, when you do share something or offer something, in those situations, the percentage of people who take action is going to be lower because their level of interest is not as hot as someone who would be of higher quality. So a lot of times when people are thinking of building a list, they focus too much on the amount of people they have, the quantity they have, and not necessarily the quality of the people that you have on your list, which is why this tool we're talking about this week is so important, because you can build this into your web page for like a blog post. So if you have people who are already interested in the stuff that you're speaking about, they're already interested in things that you share, they're already interested in the information that you are discussing, they're already interested in your topic. And then because they're interested in your topic, because that's a big interest point for them, they are now saying, I want more. So this option that we're talking about this week to help you build your lead generation opt-in box or funnel, this is going to be critical because you're already offering these people information. You're already typing stuff out. You're already sharing videos. You're already doing something that they like. So they're saying, hey, I want more, which will lead to a list of high quality people who will be more likely to take action when you have something that could benefit them, and you will simply be getting compensated from benefiting your audience even more.
Yeah, I think that it is a lot more challenging now to get people to opt in. So you have to be really creative with your offer. But I think one thing that will definitely help is that you create an offer related to the content in your blog post, right? So this specific tool is specifically for things that go on your website, specifically a WordPress website. And one of the benefits of WordPress is being able to create content, articles, blog posts, right? So you want to be able to target your offer that is related to the content. So if we are talking about, let's say in this case, email marketing, right? And the blog post is about email marketing, then your offer that goes on this that you're going to offer should be a email list building checklist, or the 7 programs you need to build your email list, right? So it has to be related. And when they are related, then the opt-in is much higher because the people who are reading that article, you're educating them from the article or video, and then they want the next thing. So when you have those two things together, those are the two things that make it easy to build that list when you work those two things together. So it's the content and a related offer. If it's not related, if you just have, hey, this is how, you grow your YouTube channel and that's your offer, but you're talking about email in the content, they're disconnected. So it's a lot harder to get people to opt in today, but it gets easier when you relate the content to the offer that you're going to create. And you use this tool that I'm going to show you to be able to do that.
Yep. Greg, what you describe reminds me of a movie where the gentleman said you have to coordinate.
Coordinate.
Yeah, so you have to coordinate your content with your call to action. You have to coordinate your content with your call to action. So whatever you want people to do has to coordinate with the content that you are now sharing. And you don't want them to be there. You don't want them to be a conflict. You want them to coordinate. That's right.
Yep. All right, man. Well, hey, I'm going to
show it. Go ahead, man. Drop it up because I know they're waiting. They're like, what is it? Just tell us what it is.
Give me 1 second to get it up right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay. All right, here we go. Boom. So that's the Facebook page, and we're going to jump over to ConvertPro. And so how you get to this is convertpro.net, and you can come here and check it out. So basically, I'm going to jump over to the, I'm just going to slide down here and show you some things right quick. Number one, it integrates with almost any other autoresponder you're using. And so you're going to need to have something that when people join your list, that they're joining that particular service. So that's called an autoresponder. And this will connect, I think, to over 30 of them. So if you are using an autoresponder, this will 9 times out of 10 connect to it. So you want something that's going to connect to the autoresponder. The other piece of this is, that's the frequently asked questions. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling a little fast. Just give me a second here. I want to jump over to the templates. So here's the part that I really like, and it allows you to build more than just one thing. This one tool allows you to have multiple aspects of your opt-in. So it creates pop-ups, and this is basically a pop-up on your website. It creates a slide in, something that typically slides in, usually at the bottom from the right or the left side. You can create an info bar. This is a bar that shows up at the top of your website. You can embed this actually in the post. You can have something that shows it up after the post. If you are rocking widgets on your website, you can throw something in the sidebar, which is called a widget. And it also has like a full screen pop-up, right? So this one tool gives you all of these different options for how to get people to get onto your list. And it also comes with these templates that are pre-designed, where all you have to do is make simple changes to the existing template to have your opt-in look professional with the right graphics and the right fonts to match your existing website, but also stand out so that it draws attention, because you want it to draw attention. Otherwise, people are not going to do it. So all you have to do is use this simple plugin to create these powerful opt-in boxes and pop-ups on your website and relate them to the content. Now, the one cool thing about this system is you can create multiple ones. So if you have one pop-up and one topic about email marketing and one topic about video marketing, then you can have separate opt-ins, and this system will allow you to show those specific pop-ups on the right page that match the topic and content you're talking about on that page. So the service is convertpro.net. That's where you get there. You can check it out. And it's something I highly recommend. And it's something that I use for myself and my clients. Again, it's convertpro.net.
Awesome, man. And when you were speaking there, it reminded me of a book I pulled off my shelf. Actually, I think 2 days ago. And the book was The 1 Minute Millionaire. And it reminded me of something I was looking at. And in the book, it talked about OPE which is other people's experience, other people's ideas, and other people's resources. So by having these templates already provided for you, you are tapping into other people's resources, other people's ideas, and other people's experience to make your life results faster. So you don't always have to reinvent things from scratch. You don't have to be the one who builds everything or works it from the beginning. You can use other people's. It's called leverage, and leveraging other people's ideas, other people's experience, and other people's resources. Like by watching this live, you're leveraging OPE. You're leveraging our experience and our ideas and our resources. The more you do that, what the book is talking about, this book is talking about, for those who haven't read the book, I recommend you get it. I know I have two copies. I got the hard copy and I got the Audible copy, because if those who may not know, I like to listen to stuff more than I like to physically read stuff. So I sometimes have two copies of the same book. So what I'm bringing this up for you is because in the book, what they were talking about is the way to produce results faster in your business and also in your life is by leveraging other people's ideas and other people's resources. And this is what we're discussing this week. You need to build your list, because the list is the lifeblood of your business, right? If you don't have people who are interested in your product, your service, your mission, or your brand, if you don't have people who are interested in what you do, then that's not going to be good for your revenue, which is going to lead to your profit. Right? Profit is based off of your revenue minus your expenses. So the more people that you have that are interested, and the more you continue to develop people that are interested in your content, because remember, we said earlier, you want to coordinate your content with your call to action. Coordinate your content with your call to action. So that is a process that you need to keep going on and on and on, which is why when Greg and I shared this earlier a few weeks ago, this idea of a consistent cash flow machine, this consistent cash flow machine only works if you are consistent in working the lead generation tools that you have. If you don't have lead generation tools, then you cannot have a consistent cash flow machine. So the easier you can create your opt-ins, the easier you can create them, the easier you can design them, the easier your life will be when it comes to growing your business. So the fastest way to build and grow your business is lead generation. And this tool is a way to do it without having to be tech savvy, without having to be design savvy, without having to be programmer savvy, because things are set up for you and it's easy to implement, because that's the whole purpose here. It's not about just getting the information. I hope you understand that, folks. It's not about getting the information. It's about putting the information into action. All right, putting it into action. That's why we say every week is practical knowledge and practical application. Knowledge, application, that's the only way you can get to the practical solution for your business. So I hope you have enjoyed what Greg was sharing with this ConvertPro. When he mentioned it to me, I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is in my mind. First thing I said is, oh, that's hot. That's one of my phrases I say. I was like, oh, that's hot, right? ATH. All that's hot. ATH. And I was like, man, it's so simple, because I know one of my biggest hurdles or one of my biggest challenges is tech, because I don't like the tech to be too complicated. I don't like it to be like overwhelming. Like if it's too overwhelming, I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I don't. It gives me headaches. I call it like I used to say Microsoft migraines, because Microsoft would give me a lot of headaches. But it does. I get like these migraines when I think about all the tech. Now, fortunately, I don't really suffer from migraines, but it's just the idea of being overwhelmed mentally by all the tech. So when Greg mentioned this to me, I was like, man, this would be a great topic to share on Technology Tuesday, because as a speaker and author and coach, I'm always looking for ways to simplify the parts that I'm not a specialist in. Like, I want to get to the part of serving the people. I want to get to the part of educating the people. I want to get to the part of assisting the people. But I have to do all this other stuff to help get there.
Yeah.
So the easier you can make the other stuff, the better you will be at actually doing what you're called to do. That's why we're here every week, to help you with the other stuff so you can get back to what you were really called to do. That's the call that's on your life, the mission that you have for your life, the thing that you are called to do in the marketplace. So whatever it is that you're doing to serve others, that's what you really want to focus on, but you have to use this other stuff to help get you there. All right. So I'm hoping you are enjoying these every week. And I'm hoping if you're new that you are going to Technology Tuesday and joining our group. So you'll see the replays. You'll be able to communicate more effectively with myself and Greg, to follow us, to know what's happening, because we're doing different workshops and we're having masterminds. So if you don't know this, there's a masterminds that we're having behind the scenes for a lot of folks who are really serious. Now, this is not for everybody. This is those who are serious about taking it to the next level. And we're doing workshops within the masterminds, within our membership, for people who are really serious about taking it to the next level. So if that's you, make sure that you go check out technologytuesday.com to make sure you become a part of the group, a part of the collective, a part of the network, so you don't miss anything. You don't want to miss one of these, because one piece of the puzzle, it becomes incomplete.
That's right. You know, this one tool, like if you've been paying attention, the one thing, and Jerry, you can attest to this, everything I mentioned, it all works together seamlessly, right? Because the challenge that most people have is there's a whole lot of tools you can go out there to get a opt-in box on your website. The challenge is, will it work with everything else you start to add on?
Right.
So if you've been paying attention to these trainings, right? These little shows we've been rocking, then you notice we mentioned, like, hey, there's something out there called Beacon that'll help you put together this opt-in that you need. And now we're talking about the actual opt-in box you need on your website for them to get that, right? So we're giving you the pieces. So you need to pay attention. You need to join the group. You need to come ask us the questions so we can help you get to the next level.
Did we mention that with the Beacon? Did you mention that in Technology Tuesday? Or that was just in the mastermind. I think you just mentioned that in the mastermind.
Oh, am I mistaken? Okay.
Now you see you dripping mastermind stuff on Technology Tuesday. I mean, you dripping out. You like letting stuff seek out like through the cracks. So he dropped it already. So if you don't know about Beacon, Beacon helps you create your lead magnet, which is the thing that you're using to attract people to opt in. The thing that you're giving away to get the value exchange. So what are you offering that's valuable to get the information from them that's valuable to you? You're giving them value, something that they're interested in, to collect the information, something that you're interested in, so you can better serve them. So Beacon, he just let it slip, man. He letting out
letting out the goods.
Letting out some secret stuff on Technology Tuesday. Like, yeah, he let that. I believe now I could be slipping because I'm getting a little older now. I got some more gray hairs, but if my memory serves me correctly, that was not discussed on Technology Tuesday. I believe that was we talked about in the mastermind. I think that was on the mastermind. Yeah, but it's all good. I mean, the cat's out the bag now. So go ahead, check out. If you don't know about Beacon, check that out. Yeah. And what we might do for those in the group, we could probably put the little special secret about the LTD.
Okay.
For those who don't know, the LTD stands for lifetime deal. There's a lifetime deal for Beacon right now. So instead of having to subscribe to it on a monthly basis, you can get Beacon for life. You would get it, and you don't have to keep subscribing to it. You just have it to use forever. So we'll probably post that. We can post that in the group for the folks.
Yes, we'll give you all the secret in the group. So join the group. Beacon is normally $49 a month, but you can get it for a one-time price. We'll reveal that in the group. And it's beacon.by for those who want to know. And it's a great resource to help you quickly create a lead magnet by contact that's already created. So it's super fast, it's super powerful, and the design is in there as well, so you don't have to worry about going and designing it as well. So anyway, I didn't realize we didn't talk about it, so I did let it out the bag.
I was like, because when you said it, I was like, I don't know if they really know what that is. That's why when you said Beacon, I'm like, they're like Beacon or Deacon, like they think you went to church, the Deacon, and so he's talking about the Deacon.
No, don't start, man.
The
You
beacon.
got they got a 2-for-1 today, man. They got a 2-for-1. They got a
So for those who don't know
one.
about that, so if you don't know about Beacon, what Greg just mentioned, what the reason why I got it is because it takes stuff that you can take things that you've already created. You can repurpose content. So if you have a blog that you're already writing every month or every week or whatever you do with your blog, I don't know how consistently you are blogging. So you've been writing content or you've been collecting content. It can take content that you've already created and it can turn that into a product like a ebook.
Yeah.
What
if you haven't already created a product? I mean, content. What do you do then?
You tell them, man. Go on back. Go on
back. I'll tell you on the group. So listen, if you want a really fast way to create your first lead magnet in less than 24 hours, join the group. I'll reveal it there, and I'll give you all the secrets how you can have your own lead magnet ready to go within 24 hours, even if you have never created any content before. So that's a secret I want to give away, but there's a cost to it. You got to be in the group to get it.
Oh man, I might rejoin the group myself. I'm gonna join the group again just to get that. Like, man. So to recap, folks, the key here is that everything we're talking about, it all connects, it all coordinates. So for those who've never seen Boomerang, go watch that movie. All right. Shout out to one of the greatest comedians of all time, John Witherspoon. He's transitioned no longer with us, but that man was a genius, comedically genius. So if you didn't see the movie, go watch it. Then you'll get the joke if you don't know the joke. But all this stuff connects together. It all coordinates together, and that's the key. You want to have all your tools, all your resources, all your devices working together, and that will make the business streamless, which will lead you to your consistent cash flow machine. We've talked about the Facebook funnels. We've talked about the evergreen automated assets. We talked about the screencasting. And this week we're talking about another way to create an opt-in on your WordPress site, your WordPress blog. And all these things all lead back to the consistent cash flow machine, building up a resource for yourself that can produce revenue without you having to be actively engaged in the process every single time. Now you have to build the stuff. Once you build it, you want the system to be able to run with as little maintenance as possible. I was reading a book, probably this is like 3 weeks ago, by Simon Sinek called Start With Why. And one of the things that he said in the book it struck me, it was like, boom, hit me right in the head. He said, systems don't fail. What fails is people's ability to maintain the system. That systems do not fail. What fails is people's ability to maintain the system. And as a human being, we sometimes have limitations with our consistency. We'll start something, but because we find it difficult to stay consistent, that causes our systems to fail. So the only way for your systems to be sustainable, to sustain the system, is to put in place systems that are easy to maintain. And that's why I love working with Greg, because what he talks about are things that are easy to maintain, so you don't get bogged down, you don't get the feeling of overwhelm, and you don't get that feeling of resistance. There's like, oh, I have to do this and I have to do that. Mm-hmm. It puts things in a much easier perspective. So again, this is another Technology Tuesday. TechnologyTuesday.com is where you want to go to join the group. It's always a pleasure to share with you folks. I know Greg gets a kick out of this. I get a kick out of this. We look forward to it every week. And we'll see you next week. So, Greg, go ahead with that new video.
Y'all take care.